Hello and welcome to another episode. I am your host, Sean Calhoun, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some of the best advice for new agents right here in Michigan, my hometown. You ready? Let's do it. All right. So, what are some of the best tips, some of the best advice that uh, a new agent? What are some things that you have to know? Well, today we're just going to talk about four because that advice is you know is lengthy. There's some things that you have to know, but today we're going to talk about four that are very important, especially at the beginning, at the very beginning. Okay. Now, before we get into it, again, my name is Sean Calhoun, and I am one of the co founders here at Pretty Home Academy. That's our training website for real estate agents, and also um, Pretty Home Realty, which is, and again, that's prettyhomerealty.com and prettyhomeacademy.com. And Pretty Home Realty, we actually have um, full service brokerage, and we also have a team, the Calhoun team. All right. So you can check those out. And also, we're on YouTube. If you check out Pretty Home Realty, we have some very special um, videos there that are nowhere else. And also on Facebook as Sean, Christine, and Calhoun, we have a few Facebook Lives, like maybe this one that you're watching. If you're watching it right now, um, it's going to be there as well as some others. Okay, so we have some different material in different places, but let's get right back into today's topic. So it's really important to know a few things, and here is why you want to know these tips. First of all, I'm sure if you're thinking about getting into a real estate career, or if you are a new agent, especially right here in Michigan, you're going to want to make money quickly so you can take care of yourself or your family if you have a family to take care of, or even if you have like crushing student debt. Like, how do I get rid of this? How can I make this work for me? Well, these tips are actually going to help specifically with those things, getting you off quickly. However, if you listen to the end, what you're going to find out is not only are you going to get a good start, but we have another tip here that's going to help you to have a long term career, not just a fizzle, you know, start, crash, and burn type thing. All right. So, the first thing that I'm going to definitely suggest, I mean, this is a big tip, a big piece of advice. First thing, buy speed. Buy speed. Now, what do I mean by buy speed? In business, the way to buy speed is by modeling. Okay. Now I'm using some words. If you're in the business world, all of this stuff just makes sense to you. But maybe if you're new to real estate here, in the Metro Detroit, Michigan area, this may be a little. These terms might be new to you. So when I mean by speed and modeling, specifically what I mean is number one, hire a real estate or business coach. Or number two, alternatively, let's say you don't have the funds to do that because that is expensive. You're talking about a minimum of, maybe $500 a month, and there is no maximum. Some people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars a month for coaches, um, and business coaches. If you don't have that kind of money to buy speed, the next way I would suggest to buy speed so that you can earn money quickly is going to be to join a real estate team. join a real estate team. Now, I'm not saying these things, just pulling them out of my hat or my head. Actually, I stumbled into this my own self. So there was a real estate agent. He had some listings, and I was a new agent, and I was trying to sell these homes. But whenever I called the real estate office, I could not get through to the listing agent. So one day, I really was determined to help my buyer get a property. So I drove over to the office and I met um, the listing agent who had a team. It was over at Remax in Dearborn, Michigan. At the time, that's where he was at. His name was Mike Shannon of the Shannon team. And so Mike asked me to come work for him. He said, "Hey, I've seen your name around. You sold a couple of my homes." He's like, "Why don't you come work for me on my team?" And, he said, "I'll give you business. All you got to do is work the leads." Well, I'm going to tell you, things changed for me. I went from making a sale here and there to constantly making sales. And this was in the beginning of my career. Okay. So I went from making basically zero a month, some months, which was, literally what I made. I'm talking about working 12-hour days for a month for 30 days and I made zero. That happened. But when I joined the team, I went, I mean, the first month there, I actually didn't make a dollar, which was kind of disheartening, which goes into my next point that I'll get to later. But the second month, I made $6,000, which was pretty good. And the next month, $10,000. And it continued from there. That was joining a team. So again, I didn't even know that I should maybe join a team, or I didn't know that I should get a coach or join a team. I didn't know. But I kind of stumbled into it and it really worked out well for me. So again, that's something if you're and this is just a little side point, a bonus. They say it's the law of attraction, but really working hard, you are going to attract good people in your life. Or even if you're just searching for knowledge, like you may be watching this or searching for this, you're going to attract people into your life like that can help you. So reach out to them. All right. We're growing our team as well. So you can definitely check us out. And there's plenty of ways to reach out to Christina and myself. So that's number one. Okay. That is going to launch your career quicker so that you can take care of yourself and your family. All right. Now, let's just look at my notes real quick, make sure I'm covering everything here. All right. Number two, this one is really interesting because some people think that this is kind of hokey, but it's not. And that is working on your mindset. Working on your mindset. This real estate is the profession of sales. And we know how Michigan is, right? The weather changes all the time, right? One day, I mean, literally, it's 80, and the day before, it's 37, right? It changes. So uh, things change. Things happen in our life, okay, that can get us down. We have to constantly work on our mindset so that we can stay in a peak performance type state. So when I say work on our mindset, I'm talking about a few things. Okay. The first thing is having a positive mental attitude. Okay. So that's one thing that you're going to have to constantly work on. Looking at things positively. Because we tend to, look at things negatively sometimes. Okay. It's just how it is. I mean, some people don't have that problem, but that's something that I'm constantly working on. And for yourself, if you see yourself that way, work on that. Having a positive mental attitude, literally seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. Another thing is going to be with that positive mental attitude is going to be being goal oriented. I'm sorry, having the right mindset. It's being goal oriented. Okay. You can pay millions of dollars to Tony Robbins and coaches all around, and they're going to bring you back to the same thing: goals, goals, right? So with most jobs, your goal is to not get fired. You want to keep your job or whatever. It's different in real estate. If you're working for yourself, um you might be on a team, but even on a team, you have, numbers, goals that you have to hit. Okay. So you need to stay goal oriented. Okay. That's going to help you in any sales position. You have to really be goal oriented. That's really a key to winning and staying in this long term, and quickly and long term. All right. What's the other mindset part? Well, we have positive attitude, goals, and also increasing your sales skills. That's going to be of the utmost importance. Increasing your sales skills. So, for example, when I say that, you might want to know, okay, what's the sales process? That's really, really basic, but it's super important because if you're talking to someone to help them buy a home and they just had the idea and you're trying to sell them a home, they may not know what they want yet. So you have to identify where they're at in the sales process. What type of person is it? What type of personality do they have? How should you react to their personality? You know, all of those things are really important. These are skills. Some people say soft skills, but it's nothing soft about it. It's all about learning and understanding these skill set. So all of that is mindset because it's all internal. So you need to be constantly working on that. That's going to help you definitely succeed and champion this sales game. All right. What else? Ooh, adversities. Sometimes we all have adversities in our life. We deal with them. Like it's going to happen at some point in your life. Use adversities for fuel. You have to use adversities for fuel. It might take you down. That's going to happen. Have your pity party. Go ahead. Play the violin, have your pity party, but then use it for fuel. What are we talking about? I mean, this may not be an adversity, but it may be legit. You might have people that are doubting you, doubting your choice of career. You know, use it for fuel. Show them. Do what's right, learn it, master your craft, and show them. Hey, look, this is not just on HGTV. This is how I live. This is fun. This is what I do. Show them. All right. You might have crushing debt, student loans, any kind of debt, or whatever it is. Use that for fuel. As a matter of fact, put it on a piece of paper and look at it every day. There's some fuel back there. There's some fuel back there. I look at it daily. Okay. Keep it in front of you and use it for fuel. Okay. Keep your goals, keep all of those things in front of you every day. All right. What else? Oh, okay. This is a big one. And this is our last one that we want to consider for today: momentum. You think about a train, it builds up speed, it builds up momentum. All right. As real estate agents, especially new real estate agents, the biggest thing that happens is they start building momentum and then they stop. Okay. Let's say I'm doing something, I'm making these calls. You said make these calls, I'm calling, I'm texting, I'm emailing. This is not working. It takes time to work. Give it time to work. You're going to hear terms. You may not know this term, but there's a sales funnel. Okay, you think about it. If you want to pour something in, um, without spilling it all over the place, you will use a funnel, right? It kind of pulls everything in. It goes down and it goes through the funnel. With sales, you have a pipeline or a funnel. Okay. So with the sales funnel, it takes time to fill up that funnel full of people who are raising their hands saying, I'm interested in buying or selling real estate. So don't just keep trying a bunch of things. I'm going to try this today. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. Listen, the same thing happens to us all. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you what happens to me. This might be even worse. I will try something and I will go in hard on it and master it, learn how to do it, start doing it successfully. But because I'm a serial entrepreneur, I'll see some other opportunity and start doing that. Don't do it. Build momentum. I fell for that so many times. Thank goodness for Christina. She's like, Sean, stick with it. Keep the momentum going. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing. As a new agent, especially here in Michigan, in our area, we we want you to have success. So keep the momentum going. It's going to take you 30, 60, 90 days to ramp up. Okay, you need to know the sales cycle. It takes at least 30 days once a person has found a home, unless they're buying cash, to close. So know your sales cycles, okay, so that you can really have success. We have a lot more tips and tricks that are going to help you, like real advice, so that you can have true success in your career, because that's what Christina and I want for you. So if you want a little bit more, can't wait till next week. Check us out. You can go to prettyhomeacademy.com. And then again, if you're looking to buy or sell, please check out our website. It's beautiful and we are going to keep making it better. And we love your feedback. And that will be prettyhomerealty.com. I'm Sean Calhoun. Thanks for listening, and I will see you on the next one.